everyone, welcome to Meeker's Motivation. I'm Mary Voico, and Ann Meeker can't be with me tonight. I just wanted to let you know that last week's vlog was not intended to be politically driven. I have since taken it down because I did get a few comments in regards to that, and that was not my intent. I promise you, I was trying to make a point about something else, and my example just was not a good example, so I took it down. Anyways, back to the topic. I am going to talk about organ donation tonight. But before I do, I also want to say that everything that I do say is a reflection of my thoughts and opinions, and not Ann Meeker's. Her name is on this vlog because she is the one who motivated me to be an advocate for people with special needs. She's a good friend of mine, and I have seen her struggle with so many things, and it just is not fair. And it has really, really driven me to do some of the things that I've done over the last year. And so she has motivated me, hence the reason why I called this vlog Maker's Motivation. Now, also, I talk about Maker's Motivation as a nonprofit, a future nonprofit. I am working on that, just so you know, but this vlog in itself is not just about adults with disabilities in wheelchairs. This vlog is about all special needs, advocating for all special needs. It's about advocating for, mental illness. It's about advocating for organ donation. Hi, everyone. I'm Mary Voico. Welcome to Maker's Motivation. I am going to talk about organ donation tonight and becoming an organ donor. All of you need to go out and become an organ donor if you're not. All of you, all around the world, become an organ donor, because one day you may very well need that organ, or somebody you love might need that organ. In fact, I bet you most of you out there today know someone who's had either a kidney, a lung, a heart, or something today, especially kidney. Kidneys are done quite often. My mom had a lung transplant back in January of 2001. That's why this is so near and dear to my heart. It gave us 15 more wonderful, amazing years with her. She lived those years the best that she could, too, and she took full advantage of those years. They were very fruitful. They were very meaningful to her. She was able to meet my daughter, and my daughter fell in love with her instantly, and vice versa, and I knew that would happen. And she was able to meet two of her other grandchildren before she passed a few years ago. But without that lung, she received one lung, she would not have been able to meet my daughter, which I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine her not knowing her. Anyways, long story short of the matter is that there are a lot of people waiting, and a lot of people don't want to do it because they feel like it's something gross or something negative, or they don't understand it. It just, but you're not going to be alive. You're not going to care. You're really not. You're not going to know. Please put your name down on the organ donor list. Rose Marie was the name of my mom's organ donor. She wrote to the organ bank and sent off the letter to her organ donor family, and they actually wrote back, which was, amazing, because that doesn't happen very often. And we learned a lot about my mom's organ donor. Her name, like I said, was Rose Marie. My middle name's Rose, and my sister's is Marie. So it was very that made it even more meaningful to my mother and to all of us in the family. But she was originally from Hawaii. She was Oriental, and she was a very petite lady with a and was very vivacious and happy, and I guess she was a big time tea drinker. So we learned a lot about her, and it was pretty amazing that we received that letter. But what's even more amazing is after my mom's transplant, before we even knew of this organ donor, about her, my mom detested coffee, and she was a very big coffee drinker prior to the transplant, and all she wanted was tea. So there you go. Her spirit was with my mom all along, and it really is something else. It's pretty amazing. So when we found out that she was a tea drinker, we all just cried. It didn't last long. My mom did start drinking coffee again, but for the most part, right after the transplant, she craved things that she had never craved before, and tea was one of them. And she detested things that she used to love. So it's pretty amazing. But to get back to being a transplant organ donor, it's not hard to do. You can go online, you can go to the DMV. There are so many different ways that you can become an organ donor. And you know what? If it scares you, go and read about it. Go read about it. I mean, there are things about it all over the internet. Please. And you'll see what I mean. I mean, one person can save so many lives. When I was in the waiting room, we were waiting for my mom's surgery to finish. I was in the waiting room with other families. I mean, my brother, my sister, myself, my dad. We were with a bunch of other families. And they were there receiving, their loved ones were receiving organs or parts from the same woman as well. So that one person saved multiple lives. Another person in there was receiving the other lung, because my mom only received one. And the reason for that was because my mom is a very petite lady as well. And so was this other person. And it's very hard to find, I guess, a petite lung for someone who's shorter. Don't ask me why, but it is, apparently. And so what they did, because both of them were in the same boat, they both needed the lung ASAP, they split it. They each took a lung. And I don't know if they do that today or not. I don't think that the outcome is as good, but they did then. And my mom, she still had 15 fantastic years. And, you know, there was another person who received the heart, kidneys, pancreas. So I'm just saying that, you know, please think about being an organ donor. Hi, everyone. Again, sorry about that. I had to go save my dogs from the fireworks. Anyways, I want to get back to organ donation again and talk about some of the reasons why people don't do it. Again, I think another big reason is people are afraid that if they are in dire straits and they're rushed off to the hospital, that they are not going to be saved as there's not going to be as much effort put into saving their life if they're on that list, because people are thinking, oh, she's a goner anyway, but look, she's on the organ transplant list. No one is even looking at that until they know that you are gone. That is a myth. Please do not believe that. It's a myth. And if you are on that list and you do happen to pass, and you qualify, and I'll keep this in mind too, out of 1,000 people who pass, only 3 of them pass in such a way that they are able to use their organs to save others. So 3 out of 1,000 people can be useful anyways. So please don't think that they're going to be just not saving you for someone else instead. No, that doesn't happen. And like I said, one person can save up to 8 lives, but they can affect up to 58 lives. So if you want to include their eyes and their tissues as well. That's pretty amazing what one person can do if you're on that list. I mean, it's unbelievable. 95% of Americans actually agree with organ donation. They support it. However, only 54 are signed up. So we need to advocate and get more people signed up on that list, because there are so many people waiting. Right now, there are 114,000 people currently waiting as of April of 2018. And last year, they did 34,770 surgeries. That is a lot. That's a lot of transplants. And it's actually a record. It's only growing. Right now it's a shortage. We have a shortage of organs, a shortage of people. There are a lot of people waiting. 20 people die a day waiting, actually. And every 10 minutes, someone else is added to that list. Every 10 minutes. So please, 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 please become an organ donor. All you have to do is go to organdonor.gov. Organdonor.gov. All these statistics are on there. There are stories on there. And even if you want to Google and look at other stories and other people who have been through this, you will see that it's the right thing to do to become an organ donor. It's kind of a stupid thing not to be. One day a loved one of yours could be saved because someone is an organ donor. My mom was blessed. She really was. She was blessed, and I believe that wholeheartedly, that Rosemary was my mother's angel. And I mean, she didn't deserve to die, and God bless her, but she did save my mother. And I do believe they're up in heaven now. They're friends. And I'm sure my mom finally got her chance a few years ago to thank her. But please, 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 please go be an organ donor. All right, guys, sorry about that. I'm getting emotional because it's something really near and dear to my heart. And I really hope you have a great weekend. Thanks. Take care. Bye.